Okay, so here on this end of the farm is where we have the enclosure for the goats. We have 4 female goats, 1 male goat, and they have been thriving here. Okay, we have at least 3 of the 4 females are pregnant right now, so we're expecting to increase our herd by about March of this year. So they've been doing really, really well. Pretty friendly. The male is not as friendly, okay, but all the females are pretty friendly. They'll come up to you and everything else, and obviously they're always looking for food. I fed them this morning, and every time they see me, they think food is coming. So they are over here by their containers getting some food. Now, goats obviously love to be able to climb, so that's why they're in this enclosure. So they have a place to go climb up, and they can go run up and down that hill, and they do that probably a couple of hundred times a day. Okay? Also, they like going in trees, and they're able to climb up into this tree, and obviously the pine is really, really good for the goats, okay? Because what it does is it's kind of like a natural dewormer for the goats. So as they eat this and everything else, it kind of cleans out that system, and they love eating it. So they'll climb right up there and everything else. Usually I have chickens in here, and the chickens will kind of dwell along with the goats. Right now, we have not gotten our allotment of chickens for 2001 yet, but we're looking at probably the middle of February. We'll have some chickens, and they'll also be roosting up there in the trees. In the back of me, I have Ashton Pond. In Ashton Pond, okay, pretty, like I said again, it's stocked with the bigmouth bass and the crappie, right? And there's some turtles in there. It's pretty deep in the center portions, probably about 13, 14 feet. Great. Now this is Nick. She's the oldest of the goats, and obviously the most pregnant. So we're expecting her. She should be the middle of February, probably the end of February. She'll have her babies and everything else. Very, very friendly goat. Very, very friendly. Right, Nick? There you go. Okay, so as I said, we have bigmouth bass in here, crappie in here. We had a lot of trees on this side. We cut them down. And right behind us, the hill, we named that Christopher Hill. So it's Ashton Pond, Christopher Hill. And kind of just like to name things on the farm, just to kind of separate them from just the ordinary. This hill was created by the dredging of this pond, and this was all just built up there, and those trees just grew up naturally. We have a lot of openings to the paddock, and we're hoping is that every paddock will have a lot of openings so we can move the animals around pretty easily from place to place. And it's really it's grass management. It's just trying to make sure that they have enough grass in each area and they don't eat it down too much. Obviously in the wintertime, not a lot of grass, so we're going to have them in this area for most of the winter. We have these 3 peach trees. We have 4, but obviously some wildlife have taken care of 1. But that's a good thing. Things always grow back. So another peach tree that's doing pretty well. And our last peach tree was a little taller, and it's been eaten down by wildlife. And you can see the first original stalk is gone, and now it's gone to a second stalk. Okay, so this is the pond. We've had some workers here, some natural workers, some beavers have been cutting down some of our trees. So you can see most of them, they've been hacked and everything else, and that's them. We had this area pretty thick, and it thickens up as the grass everything starts growing, and the hope is that just to keep people away from looking on this side and everything else, kind of manage how access in and out of Ashton Pond. So moving over to this side, and what we have over here is one of our 2 beehives on the farm. So right now the bees are not too busy, okay? But they're enjoying the fact that, a lot of people don't bug them right over here. So we do get a lot of honey here on the farm each and every year. And that's from the beehive here on this side and the beehive on the other side of the farm. Lots to eat here because we have all kinds of raspberries, as you can see, and they grow from here all the way down to the road. We're going to walk up this way, and I'm going to take you through the path. We cut this path last year. We have our creek to the left, and then we have this path that goes down to the other end of the property. Nice little trail just to walk around and kind of have a nice little reflection time with nature. So as we walk down, like I said, we cut this path, and the reason we cut this path is just to give us some access to the other end of the property. As you can see, on the right, we have the pond, and you can kind of see that real nice and clear here. And again, the hill is built up basically from just things that were dredged out of the pond when the pond was being created. And like I said, we'll walk down, and this will actually take us to the far end of the cow enclosure, the cow and horse enclosure. Because obviously the horse and the cow both really love going into the woods, which we call here on the farm Trinity Woods. They love going in there and just hanging out. Whether it's rain, sun, it just seems like it's their hangout spot. Again, you see we need a little trimming here and everything else. We'll get that all cut up and everything else before the spring to kind of clear out this path. Creek is flowing as well as it usually does. Really nice little creek. It's just nice having a little fresh water source going right down through the farm. We have property on the other side of the creek and on this side of the creek. So here we go, we're walking down the path, and obviously this is going through what we call Christopher Woods here. And we've got woods on both sides. On this side of the creek, we don't own the property there, that's part of the neighbor's land. If we go to the right, we'll see our red fence, grate, and this is another access to the present paddock that the horse and the cow are in. Okay, the horse being Heidi and the cow being Ebony. Okay? So basically it gives us some freedom to move them around the times and everything else. Okay? But their enclosures, they've got a good set portion of woods in there, and they love it. They love being able to go into the trees, and especially during the rain and the heat. Okay, we're gonna keep going down the path, and it's going to take us to the end of the property. On the right, we have all kinds of grapevines, and again, that's scuba noggin. We've got scuba noggin basically in this entire area on the outside. Okay, so we're going down. As you can see, we got a nice little clearing here. And it's just a nice little hangout spot. Okay? And there's a path here that takes us to the end of the the enclosure for the horse and the cow. And then right down here, obviously, is the end of the farm where we have the main road. So lots of trees in this area. We're going to keep it natural. We're going to allow, basically, just allow the trees and nature to take its course on this side. Because again, this is part of just keeping everything as close to nature as possible. Usually the chickens will come out here sometimes, and we're trying to keep them in an area, but they like to just explore. Another one over there, another one over there, another one over here. It's really nice trees. Stay green throughout the entire year. So we have a little cut through here, and obviously raspberries on both sides. And the creek right next to us on the left. So this enables us to get to the other side real easy. Deer have been going through here, and that's why you see a lot of the brush is kind of cut down right now. It'll all grow back here in a few months. But during the winter time, the deer just kind of try to take charge and do what they can, searching for food. And they are obviously moving around all night long. Creek is flowing pretty heavy here, pretty strong. It's only about 3 feet deep here in this area. We're in the other end of the farm here. Originally we did have another house for our bees. We've moved them on and consolidated to the 2. At one time we had as many as 4 beehives here on the property. Property ends right here into the tree line. And here's just a little clearing that ultimately will be you pick strawberries and hopefully some blueberries.